Josh is a 20-year-old man. He is really easygoing, fun-loving. His interests are trucks. He loves his trucks. He loves music. Country music's his favourite.
I come over in the morning, I pick up Josh. We go around to businesses. They all know who Josh is. And they all know what he's doing and they know what he's achieving. It means that Josh is just living a normal life. He gets up and goes to work every day, just like everyone else does.
When Josh was about 4 years old, it was time for us to look into school. So we took ourselves off to a family advocacy workshop in Newcastle, and there was a guest speaker by the name of Wendy Strove, and she was so inspiring, and she told us her story about her son and the possibilities and opportunities that were given to him through mainstream education in a regular classroom. We went around all our local primary schools and we found one who was on board with our vision for Joshua. So we enrolled Joshua in a regular class. He was invited to all the birthday parties. He went on excursions. He did everything the other kids did, and he had a beautiful, positive experience from kindergarten right through to year 5 until we moved to Bathurst. We actually enrolled Joshua in a special school when we first moved here, and it was just not in our vision of Josh's future. So we actually then enrolled him in our local high school, where he started year 7.
Kelso High Campus has a diverse student population, and I think we are a reflection of society, and we basically aim to cater for the needs of every student, whatever those needs are. Josh Shearman was one of the students here. He accessed mainstream curriculum with support. It was actually the partnership between the family and the school that made the difference. And Josh's mum was really clear about what she wanted for Josh and made that really clear to us. So when we were developing our individual education plan for Josh, we had a really good picture of what the family wanted. We had a good picture of what Josh needed.
A lot of my time I spent with Josh, supporting him in classes, mainstream classes, going out to his work experience. Spent a lot of time with him. But the main reason why we were in mainstream classes so he could get those social skills and interact with other students. He wasn't just categorised, he was out there making friendships and really building on those friendships throughout his whole school life.
When our students leave Kelso High, part of the transition process is preparation for life after school, and we have that process for all our students. And in Josh's case, that meant some assisted work experience with a couple of local businesses.
Josh first started here as a work experience student for Kelso High School here in Bathurst, and that was 1 hour a week, one day, once a week. That has now progressed on to volunteer work, so he still comes to the store once a week for 1 hour and helps us with our duties in the store by doing various tasks.
Our vision around work experience for Josh was to start to think about what life was going to look like beyond school. So we wanted to create some relationships within the community for Josh, to get some skills up that he would maybe potentially use after school.
We've known Josh for approximately 5 years, I guess. We've known him through his mum and dad, Chris and Vanessa. They approached us for Josh to do some work experience with us here at Kelso Truck Tyres.
We're a customer-orientated business, and with Josh's autism, we weren't quite sure how that was going to impact our business. He's been a great fit, and he still does volunteer work for us at the moment.
So the independence that he's shown has evolved over time, and now it's basically just a matter of handing him something and he knows where to find that and can complete the tasks basically independently.
Since leaving school, Josh has his own business called JLS Mailing. This involves Joshua going to the post office and collecting businesses' mail and then delivering the mail, and he picks up the outgoing mail and posts it at the end of the day.
Chris and Vanessa, Josh's parents, approached Michael and myself about an idea for a proposed business for Josh once he'd left school. 12 months prior to him commencing his business, he'd come in and practice the footsteps, I suppose you call it, and the processes involved. To this day, Josh still delivers our mail. We can see it's a meaningful business for him and he's getting a lot out of it, and so are we.
JLS Mail Inc has 14 businesses on board. It has its own website, Instagram page and Facebook page, and it's been built on word of mouth.
When I come around in the morning, I wear my uniform, and he always looks at his badge and he understands that he's leaving the house to go do his mailing. Josh has just built that relationship around town with his businesses because he is seen every day. He sees these people. He gains relationships around town with other businesses and he becomes a member of our community.